Hi, I'm Yolande, Szery, Communications Advisor with Strategic Architects. I'm here with our Managing Director and Principal Consultant, Nigel Schmalkuche. G'day.
Nice to be here, Yolande.
Today is a great opportunity to sit down with Nigel and understand how strategic architecture can enable businesses and organisations to successfully deliver digital transformation.
So digital business transformation is hard. Let's face it, there's all these different technologies out there and there's all these challenges that the business face. I was recently at this conference where the facilitator asked, are technologies more important to your business now than 5 to 10 years ago? And like everyone put their hand up because it's so much more important. Then there was an additional question. They said, well, what about implementing these new technologies holistically across the organisation compared to 5 to 10 years ago? And no hands came up. Because it is really hard and it requires a lot of effort to be able to do properly. So strategic architecture is that secret ingredient that you can use. So with MasterChef, for instance, so MasterChef had the mystery box. I used to always like watching the show. Has a mystery box and the contestants have to deliver a masterpiece, whatever's in that mystery box. So it's a bit like what businesses face. There's all these emerging technologies, there's all these challenges that they have. They're in that box and they're facing organisations regularly and things are changing at a dramatic rate. The strategic architecture is that secret ingredient, that secret sauce to be able to align to your business goals. Take whatever's in that box, those challenges, those technologies, and utilise them. Doesn't matter what technologies they are. Like it could be, blockchain, it could be metaverse, could be 3D printing, could even be the Internet of Things, and they can utilise that to be able to effectively implement the change for your organisation.
I really love that analogy of the mystery box. It really clears things up. But could you explain for us, what is the secret sauce? What is strategic architecture?
Okay, so strategic architecture, being that secret sauce, it's the ability to align your strategic goals with what you're doing with digital business transformation, that long-term view. So that alignment, get people on board, get the senior leaders on board, and also, through surveys or however we do it, ensure that the people can come on board. So that right across, not just technology, people, process and information. So make sure the transformation's right for the people, the information flow within the organisation to get those insights, also the processes, simplify and automate. So the whole arrangement can be done, and the strategic architecture is that holistic view right across the bill.
What I would love to learn about is to just take it back to the beginning. What are the processes and the experiences that you've had that led you to found your business, Strategic Architects?
Okay, yeah. So I've got a lot of experience in doing enterprise architecture and strategies, and I saw that as an opportunity to be able to implement a template that consistently enable that to happen. To have that template to be able to talk to the senior leaders like the CDOs, the CIOs, the CEOs even, and make sure that those strategic goals are met. So the strategic architecture is a template, but it's that evolving template that can be used for any agency. And yeah, it's been quite successful, and we've worked with state government, local governments, organisations of any size.
Wonderful. And I can really see how having that template, that structure would be quite a reassuring thing for your clients. Now, I really want to know, when you're working with your clients, when you're consulting, does the relationship end with the implementation, or do you have an ongoing relationship with those clients through the life of this transformation?
Yeah, that's a good question, because it is very important at the front, because in the framework we have strategy and then architecture, then design and the implementation, and then the transformation that comes after that. But we're very useful at the front to make sure that we hear those concerns that the senior stakeholders have. But then it's also necessary for us to have evolving architecture and keep an oversight over what's being implemented to make sure that it's implemented correctly. For instance, one of the organisations I was working for, I found that they had a cloud strategy, for instance, that wasn't really working for them. It's an old lift and shift, old servers and equipment into the cloud. No real advantages, no taking advantage of the digital business transformation. I came in, did that strategy, and then established things like the digital business community of practice, and in that community of practice had different business leaders come in to that community of practice on a monthly basis, talk about their success, and also the central body, the top-down approach with that digital business strategy. They were able to keep people on track, keep a list of like a digital footprint, what's happening out there, and make sure that it's aligning to the strategic goals that have been set.
Keep the eye on the prize, right?
Right. Yeah.
Let's drill a little deeper into the services provided by strategic architects and look at the 8 different categories of service that you provide.
Enterprise architecture. To achieve a strategic, holistic view and plan for your enterprise that is focused on achieving business outcomes. Business architecture. We use industry-proven techniques to align businesses and ICT for maximum business value. Digital transformation strategies. We guide you in developing digital and ICT strategies and roadmaps to enable your enterprise to achieve digital business transformation. Digital platforms. We oversee the delivery of a personalised, seamless experience through an integrated digital platform approach. AI and data. We provide guidance in harnessing the potential of AI and data to drive insight-driven decision-making. Human-centred design. We apply human-centred design and design thinking approaches to create holistic, customer-focused experiences. Cloud adoption and assurance. We securely realise the benefits of the cloud to meet organisational objectives, strategic intent, and improve operational efficiency. Enterprise architecture coaching. Through our Coaching Enterprise Architects business, we coach, mentor, and train your enterprise architecture team.
All right, Nigel, so out of these services that we just heard about, which of them are the strategic architect's core business?
Okay, so our core business is around developing digital business transformation strategies and the architecture that's associated with implementing those. So if I look at the services that we provide, those are the key. And I quite often think about what Jeff Bezos said at the Mars Intelligence Conference a couple of years ago. Everyone in the audience was ready for him to talk about the latest AI, the technologies involved. But what Jeff Bezos said, Amazon is about low prices and about delivering products faster. You know, obviously from there they talked a lot about technologies, but he wanted to make sure that the whole company knows that that's their goals, that's what makes them money. So that's key to being strategic architecture. We provide that linkage so that the whole company can work towards that. One of the interesting parts is when I come into organisations, they may have strategies in place and they may have agile programs working very hard on certain products and working with isolated customers. What we do as the evolving strategic architecture is bring those teams together. We bring the leaders together and we show them how that the programs are happening. Even if they're in agile, fast fashion, delivering things fast, we make sure that they keep the eye on the prize, just like what Jeff Bezos said.
Thanks, Nigel. Well, there you have it. This is how strategic architects can help you implement digital business transformation in your organisation. You can make an appointment to see us at Level 3, 240 Queen Street in Brisbane, or alternatively, you can get in touch via our website or find us on LinkedIn.
Let's do it. Come on, let's go. Right. Yeah, that should work.